Hey there, Stoic seekers. Welcome back to Stoic Narratives Official. Today we dive into a powerful idea. Don't chase, attract. Imagine a life where you don't have to pursue things endlessly. Opportunities, success, even relationships. Instead, they flow naturally towards you, aligning with your true self. Sounds like a dream? It's real, and the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophy shows us the way. We'll explore practical insights on how to master yourself, shift from scarcity to an abundance mindset, and embrace the art of letting go. This journey isn't just about positive thinking, it's about aligning your actions with your highest purpose. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. You'll learn how to cultivate inner peace while attracting the life you deserve. If this resonates with your journey toward calm and clarity, hit that like button and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. Let's walk this path together, one mindful step at a time. 1. Redefining attraction, beyond manifestation. When we think about attracting what belongs to us, many imagine passive daydreaming or wishful thinking. But true attraction is not about sitting back and hoping. It's about aligning your actions and mindset with your purpose. Stoicism teaches us that the key to a fulfilled life lies not in pursuing everything around us, but in mastering our minds, understanding what is truly within our control. Think of the Stoic approach like this. It's not just about wanting the universe to deliver. It's about preparing yourself so that when the right opportunities come, you are ready to seize them. This isn't about manifesting desires through idle thoughts. Instead, it's about using your discipline and wisdom to create a life where opportunities naturally appear, because you are already in the right place, mentally and emotionally. Imagine yourself as a gardener. You don't force plants to grow faster by pulling at their leaves. Instead, you tend to the soil, give it water, provide light, and let nature do its work. Attraction works the same way. When you nurture your inner world, you create the right conditions for the outer world to meet you halfway. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus remind us that focusing on what we can control is essential. Everything else is simply noise. When you stop chasing, you begin to focus on what you can improve within yourself. This self-mastery is the real secret. For example, instead of endlessly searching for external validation, you focus on becoming a more confident and grounded version of yourself. When you find inner balance, your mindset changes. You no longer feel desperate or needy. You become a magnet for positive energy, for people who see your worth without you having to prove it. Let's bring it closer to daily life. Picture a job interview. Instead of nervously trying to convince the interviewer of your worth, you walk in knowing your value. You're prepared, you've mastered your skills, and you're confident in what you bring to the table. This energy changes everything. It's not about arrogance. It's about a deep understanding that you have done the work and you deserve to be there. The same principle applies to relationships. Chasing after someone sends a signal that you are lacking, that you need them to complete you. It's a message of scarcity. But when you live in alignment with Stoic principles, you realize that you are whole already. Your happiness is not tied to someone else's acceptance. When you cultivate this self-assurance, the right people will naturally be drawn to you, those who respect and value you for who you are, not what you can give them. By focusing on yourself, your growth, your peace, your discipline, you shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. And this shift is crucial. An abundance mindset says, I trust that there are endless opportunities and connections that align with my path. It helps you to stop grasping and start living. This doesn't mean giving up on what you want. It means living in a way that naturally attracts it. Now, how do we put this into practice? Start with small, daily habits that build your self-mastery. Practice journaling every morning, asking yourself, what is within my control today? Focus on that and let go of the rest. This shift in focus is the beginning of the journey to true attraction. Use Stoic teachings like those from Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By mastering your thoughts, you change the way you react to life's challenges. This mindset change not only helps you remain calm under pressure, but also makes you more attractive to others, friends, partners, and even potential employers. Why? Because people are drawn to those who don't let external circumstances dictate their peace. They admire those who have an unwavering sense of self. Think about the difference between a calm lake and a stormy sea. When you are centered, like the lake, others see a reflection of steadiness and clarity. This is what true attraction looks like. It is not chasing after the wind. It is being the calm in the storm, letting the right things gravitate towards you. This is the power of Stoic philosophy, using the wisdom of the ancients to create a life that is in harmony with your true self. At its core, attraction is about alignment. When your actions match your values and you live with intention, the world responds. You become the kind of person who draws in opportunities effortlessly, not because you forced them, but because you've made yourself ready for them. This is how self-mastery, an abundance mindset, and letting go of what you can't control work together to transform your life. The magic isn't in thinking about what you want. It's in preparing yourself for when it arrives. It's knowing that you don't need to chase anything outside of yourself. As you cultivate your inner garden, trust that what belongs to you will find you. This is how you shift from seeking to attracting, from chasing to being at peace with your journey. And that's where true power lies, embracing the flow of life while being grounded in who you are. 2. Turning inward, self-mastery as the true magnet. To attract what belongs to you, start with the foundation of self-mastery. It's not about controlling everything around you. It's about understanding and guiding your own thoughts, actions, and emotions. Stoic philosophy, as taught by Epictetus, emphasizes that real strength comes from within. When you develop this inner resilience, you become a magnet for the right people and opportunities. Think of self-mastery like a mountain, steady, grounded, and unshaken by external forces. It's a rare quality, and that's why it's so attractive. Most people are caught up in reacting to life's challenges, letting external events dictate their mood. But a person who has mastered their emotions stands out. They exude calmness, a sense of stability that others are naturally drawn to. It's not about trying to impress. It's about knowing your value without needing external validation. This quiet confidence is what draws in opportunities. You don't chase them. They come to you because you're prepared. Consider this example. At work, when faced with criticism or setbacks, a self-mastered individual doesn't react impulsively. Instead, they pause, reflect, and ask themselves, what can I learn from this feedback? This approach is not only practical, it's powerful. It attracts respect and trust from colleagues and leaders. People naturally gravitate toward those who keep their cool under pressure. This mindset sets you apart in a world where so many are quick to defend and argue. Self-mastery extends to personal relationships as well. It means setting clear boundaries, not as barriers, but as signs of self-respect. In relationships, it's easy to let emotions take over, especially when you care deeply. But a true Stoic understands that boundaries aren't about keeping people out. They're about creating space for healthy interactions. By defining how you want to be treated, you show others that you value your time and peace. This naturally attracts people who respect those boundaries and see your worth, without you having to prove it constantly. But don't mistake self-mastery for being rigid or unyielding. Flexibility is a key part of mastering oneself. It's about knowing when to adapt and when to stand firm. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, advised us to adapt yourself to the things among which your lot has been cast. Strength doesn't mean resisting change. It means bending without breaking, like a tree that sways with the wind yet remains firmly rooted. How do you start this journey towards self-mastery? Begin with small, consistent habits that build discipline and clarity. Practice journaling every morning, reflecting on what you can control that day. Focus on those areas and let go of everything else. This shift in focus is like training your mind to find strength in stillness. Over time, it transforms the way you interact with the world. You become less reactive, more grounded. This is where true attraction starts, from a place of inner stability. Remember, the path to self-mastery isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Even the most revered Stoic thinkers faced moments of doubt and frustration. They didn't let those moments define them. Instead, they used them as fuel for growth. Each time you resist reacting impulsively or take a step back to reflect, you are practicing self-mastery. You become stronger, more centered, This shift helps you move from a place of neediness to a place of confidence, attracting positive energy and opportunities naturally. Picture walking into a crowded room, not with the need to prove yourself, but with the quiet assurance of knowing who you are. People sense this. They're drawn to those who don't seek validation from the outside but find it within. This is the essence of self-mastery. It's a silent power that doesn't need to shout, yet everyone hears it. It's the energy that fills a space without demanding attention. Even in challenging times, self-mastery makes a difference. Let's say you faced a major setback, a job loss, a business failure, or a relationship that didn't work out. Where others might panic or spiral into self-doubt, self-mastery allows you to see the bigger picture. You understand that setbacks are not the end, they are part of the journey. You ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? This resilience not only helps you bounce back faster, but also makes you more attractive to new opportunities. People admire those who can remain steady, even when the seas are rough. Self-mastery aligns perfectly with the concept of a stoic mind, a mind that stays focused on what's within, rather than being swayed by external events. It's about responding thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. This mindset is not only transformative, it's highly attractive. It shows that you have a deep reservoir of inner strength, and that draws others toward you. Whether in relationships, career, or personal growth, think of self-mastery as creating a calm center in the midst of life's chaos. When you cultivate this calm, you naturally attract people who appreciate peace, stability, and depth. You don't need to chase after relationships or opportunities. They come to you. And they come because they recognize the strength and stability you've built within. Self-mastery isn't just about relationships or mindset. It influences every part of your life, from your career to your personal goals. When you have control over your inner world, you make decisions that align with your long-term vision, rather than being swayed by short-term desires. This clarity of purpose allows you to focus on what truly matters. It makes you a person who doesn't just follow trends, but sets them. It turns you into a leader, someone who inspires others through action, not just words. Ultimately, self-mastery is about taking responsibility for your inner world. It's about being the architect of your life rather than a victim of circumstances. When you embrace this role, you become a magnet for the right opportunities, people, and experiences. You stop chasing and start living in a way that naturally attracts what is meant for you. It's a shift from needing to proving, from seeking to simply being, and in that shift you discover the true power of attraction. 3. Aligning with core values, authenticity as attraction. True attraction starts with authenticity. In a world full of noise, standing out isn't about being loud, it's about being real. Stoic philosophy teaches that living in alignment with your core values brings peace and purpose. This alignment naturally draws the right people, opportunities, and experiences. When you live authentically, you attract those who appreciate your true nature. Think of authenticity as a compass. It guides you through uncertainties, helping you make decisions that reflect your values. It's not about fitting in, it's about staying grounded in what matters. As Epictetus said, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. This means understanding your values, strengths, and what drives you. When your actions align with these, you create inner peace, which radiates outward and attracts others who resonate with your energy. Being authentic is more than honesty with others. It's about honesty with yourself. It means recognizing both your strengths and flaws and working to improve. Many wear masks to fit different situations, but this constant shifting creates tension. It feels like a betrayal of who you are, and others sense it, even if they can't pinpoint it. Embracing authenticity frees you from the need to impress. You stop trying to be everything to everyone and focus on being true to yourself. This shift is powerful. It liberates you from the cycle of seeking approval, allowing you to pursue what truly matters. That's when the right people and opportunities start appearing. They're drawn to your realness. Imagine you're at a social event, meeting new people. Instead of saying what you think they want to hear, you share your true thoughts and interests. At first, it might feel risky, but it's also freeing. You might not connect with everyone, but those who do value your authenticity. This reflects the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius when he talked about dying with the color of your thoughts, letting your true self shine through. Authenticity builds trust. People are naturally drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin. When you show your true self, you create a space where others feel safe to be themselves too. This kind of connection goes beyond the surface. It's genuine and meaningful. But being authentic requires courage. It means being willing to stand alone when your values don't align with others. It's about saying no to things that compromise your integrity, even when it's difficult. This might mean walking away from toxic friendships, leaving a job that doesn't respect your principles, or setting boundaries with those who don't value your time. Staying true to yourself protects your peace and attracts those who respect your stance. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but those challenges become easier to face when you know you're living according to your values. You find strength in your convictions, and others respect this strength. In the professional world, authenticity can be a game changer. It's tempting to mold yourself to fit a role or company culture. But wouldn't you rather be valued for who you are than who you pretend to be? When you're true to yourself, you attract roles and projects that align with your skills and interests. It's like finding a pair of shoes that finally fit. You're no longer squeezing into something that's not right for you. For example, if you value transparency, a workplace that thrives on secrecy will never feel right, no matter how much you try to adjust. But by staying true to your principles, you attract opportunities that match your values. You find yourself in environments where you can thrive, where your strengths are appreciated. In relationships, authenticity is even more essential. It's the foundation of trust, and without trust, no connection can truly grow. When you're clear about your intentions and boundaries, you attract people who respect them. You're not playing games or trying to manipulate situations. Instead, you're building relationships on honesty. Authenticity means knowing what you want and being clear about it. In dating or friendships, this means being upfront about your values and what you're looking for. It might feel intimidating, but it saves time and heartache. You avoid trying to force connections and instead open up to those that align with who you are. Living authentically doesn't mean being rigid. It's about embracing your quirks, passions, and imperfections. It's about being open to growth without losing yourself. As you live more authentically, you become more attuned to what feels right for you. This inner clarity makes decisions easier because you're not constantly second-guessing yourself. You trust that what is meant for you will come because you're on the right path. Remember, authenticity isn't about fitting in. It's about standing out by being unapologetically yourself. It's about aligning your actions with your beliefs and letting your true self guide your journey. As you do this, you naturally attract those who are meant to be with you. By living with honesty and integrity, you become a magnet for genuine connections and opportunities that truly align with your path. You stop seeking and start attracting, because you're no longer chasing what isn't meant for you. You're living in a way that draws the best things to you effortlessly. 4. The art of letting go, moving from control to flow. One of the hardest lessons in life is learning to let go, letting go of control, expectations, and outcomes. But Stoic philosophy shows us that this is where true freedom lies. The art of letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. By releasing the rest, you make space for the right things to enter your life. Imagine trying to control every wave in the ocean. It's impossible and exhausting. Life works the same way. You can guide your actions like a sailor setting a course, but you can't control the wind and tides. Epictetus reminds us that we have power over our minds, not the events that happen to us. When you let go of trying to control everything, you stop fighting against the current and start flowing with it. Think about your own experiences. How many times have you tried to force a relationship, a job, or an opportunity, only to end up frustrated? When you cling too tightly, you create resistance. You focus on scarcity, on what you lack rather than what you have. But when you let go, you open yourself up to possibilities. You shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, where you trust that there is more than enough for you. Letting go also means releasing the need for immediate results. In our fast-paced world, patience feels like a luxury. But rushing through life leads to missed opportunities. Stoicism teaches us the value of patience, reminding us that good things take time. When you trust the process, you allow things to unfold at their own pace. For example, let's say you've been working hard on a personal goal, like starting a business. You've put in the effort, but progress feels slow. Instead of forcing it, step back and focus on doing your best without obsessing over the outcome. As Marcus Aurelius said, the fruit of this life is good character and acts for the common good. Focus on your character and consistency, and let time take care of the rest. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning your desires. It means detaching from the outcome while staying committed to the process. Think of it like planting a seed. You water it, give it sunlight, and care for the soil. But you don't sit there, anxiously waiting for it to sprout. You trust nature to do its part. The same applies to life. You do your best and then step back, allowing things to unfold in their time. When you master the art of letting go, you find a new kind of strength, one that isn't about control, but about trust. This trust makes you more resilient. When setbacks come, you don't crumble under the weight of unmet expectations. Instead, you adapt. You flow around obstacles like water, finding new paths and opportunities. This is what makes you attractive to the right people and experiences. They see in you a calm, unshakable presence. In relationships, letting go of control is especially powerful. Often we try to manage how others perceive us or how they feel about us. But real connections are built on freedom, not control. When you stop trying to control the other person's actions, you create space for genuine understanding and trust. You allow the relationship to grow naturally, without pressure. Letting go of control doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough to let things unfold as they should. For example, if you're pursuing a new relationship, it's natural to hope it goes well. But constantly checking in, overanalyzing every response, and trying to predict the future creates tension. Instead, focus on being present. This relaxed energy is more attractive than any attempt to control the outcome. Think of life like a dance. When you try to control every step, you lose the rhythm. But when you let yourself move freely, trusting the flow of the music, the dance becomes effortless. Stoic teachings remind us that by accepting what is outside of our control, we can focus on what truly matters, our own movements. Letting go is also about embracing uncertainty. It's about being okay with not knowing what will happen next. This doesn't mean you stop planning or setting goals. It means you stop clinging to a fixed idea of how things should turn out. You remain open to whatever comes, knowing you have the inner strength to handle it. This mindset makes you more adaptable and resilient. Embracing the art of letting go doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice and patience. Start by paying attention to when you're trying to control things that are beyond your reach. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, shift your focus back to what you can influence: your reactions, your mindset, your choices. Practice mindfulness and meditation. These tools help you become aware of your thoughts without getting caught up in them. They teach you to observe your mind's desire to control and gently redirect it. When you learn to let go of unhelpful thoughts, you make room for clarity and peace. As you let go of control, life has a way of surprising you. The opportunities you were chasing may come knocking. The relationships you were holding on to might naturally deepen. You create space for new experiences, new connections, and new growth. And in that space, you become a magnet for what is truly meant for you. By embracing this shift from control to flow, you start living with ease. You move through life like a river, steady yet adaptable. You're no longer forcing things into place, but trusting that they'll find their way. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, the path to a more peaceful life. 5. From scarcity to abundance, reframing the way you see life. The way you perceive the world shapes your life. Many people live with a scarcity mindset, a belief that there's never enough time, money, or opportunities. But this mindset keeps you trapped in worry and competition. Stoic philosophy teaches us a different path, shifting from scarcity to an abundance mindset. This shift changes not only your outlook, but also the energy you project into the world. A scarcity mindset comes from fear. It makes you feel like you need to chase after everything, fearing it might slip away. But this mindset focuses on lack. It's like looking at the world through a narrow lens, always noticing what's missing. In contrast, an abundance mindset begins with gratitude. It's about recognizing what you already have and trusting that there is more than enough for everyone. It means seeing possibilities instead of limits. Imagine standing by a river. A scarcity mindset is like trying to scoop up as much water as possible, afraid it will run dry. An abundance mindset trusts that the river flows continuously and you can return anytime. This doesn't mean you shouldn't seize opportunities. It means you don't need to panic if one slips by. More will come. Shifting to an abundance mindset means focusing on what you can give, not just what you can get. It's about offering your skills, time, or kindness without expecting immediate rewards. This creates a flow of positive energy that others notice. When you contribute to those around you, you attract people who share a similar energy. You build a network based on trust and support, not competition. In your career, instead of thinking, there aren't enough opportunities for me, shift to, how can I create opportunities for myself and others? This change in thinking opens doors. When you focus on adding value, you become someone others want to work with. This reflects Stoic teachings, focusing on your actions rather than obsessing over outcomes. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the power of our thoughts, saying, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When you believe opportunities are abundant, you start to notice them more. The world doesn't change, but your perception does. Adopting an abundance mindset doesn't mean ignoring challenges. Life will always bring obstacles, but instead of seeing them as barriers, you view them as chances to grow. This mindset shift helps you stay calm in adversity, knowing that even setbacks are part of the journey toward greater abundance. In relationships, a scarcity mindset creates anxiety. You might worry that if you don't act quickly, you'll lose someone's interest. This often leads to clingy behavior, which can push people away. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, reminds you that meaningful connections can't be forced. When you're confident that the right relationships will come, you stop trying to control every interaction. This relaxed attitude is more attractive. It shows that you value yourself and trust the process. Imagine dating someone with a scarcity mindset. They rush, push for commitments, and constantly seek reassurance. It's draining. Now, think of someone with an abundance mindset. They take their time, enjoy each moment, and let things develop naturally. They know that if this connection isn't right, another will come. This mindset creates space for genuine bonds. In personal growth, an abundance mindset can transform your self-worth. A scarcity mindset often says you're not enough, that you need to achieve more to be worthy. An abundance mindset starts with self-acceptance. It acknowledges that while you're working toward growth, you are already whole. This acceptance doesn't stop you from striving. It fuels you because you're not trying to fill a void. To cultivate this mindset, start with gratitude. Every day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big: a sunny day, a kind word from a friend, a moment of quiet. This simple practice trains your mind to see what's present instead of what's missing. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Another practice is challenging scarcity thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, there's not enough time, replace it with, I will make time for what matters. When you think, I'll never find another opportunity like this, remind yourself, more opportunities will come. The world responds to the energy you put out. When you act from a place of scarcity, you repel opportunities. People sense desperation. But when you live with an abundance mindset, you attract positivity. You become a person others want to be around because you radiate calm and confidence. This doesn't mean life becomes perfect overnight, but it changes how you respond to challenges. You become more adaptable and open to new possibilities. You're willing to take risks because you trust that even if things don't work out, something else will come. This resilience makes you a magnet for new experiences. By shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, you change your perspective and your life. You stop feeling like you're running out of time, opportunities, or resources. You start to believe that life is full of possibilities, and you become open to receiving them. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. knowing that while we can't control everything, we can always control how we perceive it. When you let go of the fear of missing out, you make room for joy, gratitude, and new opportunities. You become a person who no longer needs to chase what they want, but attracts what belongs to them. And that is the true power of an abundant mindset. Remember, friends, true attraction begins within. By embracing self-mastery, living authentically, letting go of control, and adopting an abundance mindset, you transform your life. You become a magnet for the right people, opportunities, and experiences. No chasing required. Stoic wisdom teaches us that by focusing on what we can control and trusting the process, we find the inner peace and resilience we seek. So, why keep running after what's not meant for you? Align your actions with your values, and watch as life aligns with you. If this message resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official for more insights on how Stoicism can transform your everyday life. Share your thoughts in the comments. How will you start attracting what's meant for you today? Let's continue this journey toward a more mindful, fulfilled life together.